Okay. Okay, that beautiful sound. Okay, so let's go back to this unit. So if you still remember unit 16 from our previous lesson, we discussed, okay, some strategies to find specific information. So I said that if you want to find the specific information, for example, the question, where could you find the information? For example, when did it happen? For example, when did the tobacco, for example, when did the tobacco start to develop? For example, you can find it in the passage. For example, in 17 something, in 76 or something. But in this unit deals with the question that asks about information that is not there, okay, that is not mentioned in the passage or is not true. Okay, so the information is there, but it's a mistake, but it's kind of will misguide you. Okay, so the passage will kind of misguide you. So you just need to focus on the not true one. So the false, okay, not true. Okay. To answer, actually you need to read. Okay, you need to read the information, but don't read it all. Just kind of skim and scan. Okay, or in Indonesia we call it membaca cepat ya, scan, you know, just like a scanner. Okay, like a scanner machine, like a scanning. Okay, so now let's try with this. So remember, okay, the strategy, the tips for reading passage. Okay, so if you read the number here, if this is this first number, okay, number 1 means, I guess the question will be up here. So every time you do reading section, so for example, you read number 2, 3 until 10. So of course the reading goes downwards, okay? Perhaps paragraph 2, 3, or sentence 5, 6, or something like that, okay? So let's start with number 1. Which of the following is not mentioned in the passage as important things transported by human blood to tissues? Okay, yang tidak disebutkan ya di sini. So now I want you to pay attention and also keep in your mind later if you do a TOEFL test. Perhaps some of them they do not capitalize. Okay, they do not capitalize the not word here, or they do not give big bold here, so sometimes you kind of miss the word here, the word not. Okay, so you kind of need to pay attention, okay, to the word not. So if you find this kind of question, okay, if you find this kind of question, please be aware that you need to find, okay, you need to find the information that is not there. Okay, so now let's try with the first question. Which of the following is not mentioned here is, can you find it? Okay, so base, okay, so base from the information from the first passage, the first line, an amazingly complex fluid that transport to cell not only necessities such as oxygen, nutrients, and defense support, but also trash such as toxic carbon dioxide. Human blood has 4 main components. Okay, so we know that this blood here, okay, so they do not transport
Catalyst.
okay, the D part, okay, the catalyst. So because it's not mentioned here, okay, so you need to see the one that is false, okay, catalyst. Okay, because the passage mentioned 3 things, okay, the 3 important things that can be carried, that can be transported by human blood to tissues, okay? All right, so now let's continue with number 2. So the answer is D. How about number 2? All our blood components except, so except means it's also the false sentence or false statement, okay? Jadi semua ini kan artinya semua ini adalah komponen dari darah, kecuali, ya kan, seperti itu ya, kecuali yang mana ya. So let's see, so this is number 2, we can say this, we can look, so human blood has 4 main components, okay, jadi dari sini misalnya we can see that there's the main components. So we need to focus on these 4 main components. The first one is plasma. Okay, whole blood consists of water and something like that. The second is erythrocyte. Okay, erythrocyte. Carbon. The third is platelets or thrombocytes. And then the last component is white blood cells. Okay, leukocyte, thrombocyte, erythrocyte, and plasma. So which one is not there?
Vitamin.
It's
Vitamins.
vitamins. Very good. The B part, because vitamins, it's the component inside. Actually, the component inside plasma here, making up about, it consists of water, proteins, albumins, and vitamins. So it's not the main components, but the kind of the liquid, or not the liquid, like the thing that inside our plasma. Okay, the nutrition, the nutrient things. Okay. According to the passage, which of the following is not true? Okay. Let's see. Blood contains both necessities for and trash of the body. This is true. Okay, we find this on the first line for I think first, second, and the third line. The second part, red blood cells constitute most of whole blood. Constitute means like the majority. Jadi mayoritas dari darah kita itu sel darah merah. Is it correct or not? Let's see. Yeah. This we're waking up about 52 to 62%. Okay, the second is 38. Oh, so the one is incorrect. It's actually B. Okay, sudah ketemu ya jawaban. But if you still aren't sure about it, you can always check. Blood components have different functions, but before you check that, it's really clear actually. So if this passage mentions 4 main components, of course they have different, different functions, right? Of course. Okay, have different functions. Of course, it's true. Platelets create blockage to stop bleeding. Okay. Okay. Obstruct. Obstruct means stop. Oke, obstruct itu untuk menyetop, menghentikan darah dari keluar ya. Jadi platelets itu bunyinya ketika kalian terluka ya, lalu kan luka kalian itu mengering, lalu jadi apa kayak borok ya, kayak boroknya itu gunanya platelets. So, what do you think? Number 3 is B. Okay, B, like what I said before, because which part, okay, which component, everyone, that constitutes most of whole blood? Is it red blood cells? No, right? So which part? Is it platelets, leukocyte, or plasma? Jadi yang mana tadi? Leukocyte. Kan yang red blood cell itu erythrocyte ya. And then platelets or thrombocytes.
Plasma.
It's plasma, okay. So plasma, the first is plasma. So they're making up 52 to 62%. And then the second one is erythrocyte or red blood cells. And then the third is platelets, only like 1%. And then white blood cells, okay, leukocytes. Okay, they protect us from bacteria and virus. All right, I think that's about it. All right, so the strategies here is, let's focus on the keyword or key idea of the question. So which means which one is not mentioned or which one is not true, okay? Scan, okay, so this is the most important part, is scan, okay? So just imagine that you are being a scanner. So I need you to scan fast using your eyes, okay, using your eyes, and just kind of look for the key idea or keyword. So for example, they ask about the function, they ask about the component. So you just need to look for that word, okay, that component, that function. Okay, and then choose the option that is not mentioned or not true in the passage. Okay, so which is not there or which is there, but the sentence will kind of misguide you. Okay, so the sentence is not correct. Okay, so let's try with exercise 1 first. Exercise 1. Okay, so now just like what we did, just like what we do, okay, just like we usually do. I will do this for a while. Okay, okay. So you have, all right. So now let's start discussing. Okay, let's start from exercise 1 first, number 1. So everyone, which of the following is not mentioned in the passage as a form of energy?
D.
Sorry, B or D?
D.
All right,
Delta.
D.
Delta.
Okay, the
Yes.
glass fragments. Okay, so the glass fragments here means the part of the glass. Okay, so as you know, energy here means something is moving from kinetic, potential. Okay, so the breaking of glass, vibrations, even the sound, they have a form of energy. But the fragment, like a beling ya, belingnya itu, it's not an energy. Okay, so number 1 is D. Okay, so this one. All right.
Yes.
Next, let's go with number 2. Which of the following is not mentioned as an action that produces kinetic energy? Oh, kinetic, gaya kinetic. So which
C.
one? Mm-hmm.
A winding highway.
A winding highway. Okay, so the first one is, as you can see, the kinetic energy. Okay, the kinetic energy, they mention it on the, which paragraph? The second paragraph. Okay, so you just need to focus on the second paragraph. Okay, focus on the second paragraph. Okay, so according to this, horizontal or vertical. Okay, so it's not winding highway. Why? Because it's not mentioned there. Okay, good. Next, another one, perhaps want to try. Number 3, energy has all of the following characteristics, except, perhaps other wants to try. I think other.
A.
Other. A, okay, very good. Energy has all of the following except A, okay? The total energy in a system never changes. Of course, is incorrect, okay? It's a mistake because it depends, okay? So it depends. If you put your energy much, so of course, it's certain that your energy will be bigger, right? It's not like the same like this, so it will be bigger. Okay, potential can be electrical. Of course, we can see it on the third paragraph. Kinetic may exist due to position, okay, vertical and horizontal. Okay, vertical, horizontal. Horizontal. Okay, energy may be converted into various forms. Okay, due to motion, we have potential and kinetic. Okay, number 4. Sorry. All of the following that are things except
D.
D, okay, the pressure, okay, the pressure
Yes.
of compacted air. So it's it does not have energy. Jadi the pressure of compacted air, ada yang tahu artinya apa? Does anyone know the pressure of compacted air?
Tekanan udara.
So it's very good, Brian. So it's still inside, jadi masih di dalam ya. Jadi tidak ada energi apapun. And then for ABC, they still have energy karena kan bergerak ya, energi potensial. Yang the exception here is D because it has energy but we cannot see it. Okay, we cannot still see it. Okay, very good. All answers are correct. Thank you. So now let's move on to exercise 2, everyone. It's about 4 basic forces of natures. Okay, so 4 basic forces of natures: the strong nuclear, atoms, and some gravitational, and obvious in daily life. Okay, next, let's move on to the first number of force. Every time you see this kind of text, okay, everyone, for each of the paragraph here, you can see they explain this, okay, this basic forces more detail. Okay, so now let's see about it on number 1. Which of following is not true according to the passage? So according to this passage, which one? Anyone?
B.
B or D? Sorry. D. Okay, D. Okay, D. So very good. It's D because according to the passage, it's not the weak one. Okay, It's the strong one. Okay, so the strong nuclear force. So number 1 is D. The strong nuclear forces cause fusion and fission bonds. Okay, so D. Number 1 is D. It's not the correct one. All right, and then let's move on to number 2. Okay, number 2. All of the followings are parts of an atom except, so of course, atoms in the this one. Okay, so I think this one. So which one? Atom. So
A.
mhm.
A means
A. Okay, very good. Particles, of course. So atom consists of protons, electrons, and quarks. Okay, as you can see it from here. Here is strong. Okay, so for this one. Okay, so in here, as you can see it from your own from your own paragraph. Okay, you do not see any particles. Okay, so number 2 is A, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then how about number 3? Which of the following about electromagnetism is not true?
C.
Charlie T. 19th century.
Okay, so when does it should be? When was it
Oh.
actually created, electromagnetism? Did it mention here?
No, we don't know.
All right, so
But 19 is
not
found electrical charge.
okay, very good. So they are seen as two halves of a single electromagnetic force. It was not until the 19th century. Okay, so tidak sampai segitunya. Yeah. So it's actually not until, I think after, yeah, after that. So number 3, is it number 3, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Number 3 is C. Okay, number 3 is C, 19th century. So just give check here. Okay, not electromagnetism, but electric charge is different. Okay, number 3 is C. Okay, number 4, so not mentioned as an example of the effects of gravity. Number 4 is
A.
A.
not mentioned.
A.
Okay, okay, it will over fast this time. So fast here, it's fast itu artinya luas ya. Quark. Okay, so quark is like this. Yeah. So if you study this one, so it's atom. If you know physics, okay. So quark is like this. Okay, quarks, yeah, is the synonyms actually. Yeah, quarks is actually the synonyms of electron. Ya. Okay. Jadi quarks ini sebenarnya adalah persamaan katanya dari electrons ya. Sinonim ya. Sinonim.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So now let's see number. Okay. Now actually for number 4. Okay. So example of the effects of gravity on Earth. You can see it here. Okay. Gravity keeps feet and tires firm on the road. Jadi kita bisa berdiri ya, kita bisa berdiri lalu kalian bisa naik motor tetap di jalan itu karena gravitasi ya. Nah, ini yang B ini yang benar ya. It keeps celestial bodies, maksudnya tubuh kita ini tetap di tanah ya. Baru benar sekali. And then decrease the trajectory of a flying ball. Itu juga betul ya. Jadi kayak meningkatkan gitu ya kecepatan. Lalu governs the fall of a stone ya, governs di sini, governs, oke. Okay. Oke. Jadi kalau governs di sini artinya adalah mempercepat ya sebenarnya ya. Jadi mempercepat jatuhnya batu ya. Lalu for A ya, for A is actually true for working over cosmic distances. Cosmic itu luas artinya, it's very big distance. So actually the one is not mentioned is D. Oke, okay. Number 4 is D. Jadi yang salah itu adalah yang B. Jadi tidak slow, tidak memperlambat, tapi mempercepat, ya. Untuk yang
Okay.
for number 4. Okay. Alright. So let's move on first to the next exercise, and then let's have a bit of a Q&A. Okay, so now let's see. Exercise 3 is about Paris. Okay, so this passage, okay, this third passage talks about Paris, okay, about the description of Paris. So number 1, so which is not true about Paris, everyone?
B.
Number 1 is B. Very good. So it's not beautiful, sorry, it's not beautiful, sorry. It is not the largest city in the world, but of course, it's only the largest city of France. Okay,
French.
so it's the capital city, right? The capital city of France. So number 1 is B. Okay. How about number 2? Which of the statements about the Louvre is not mentioned in the passage? So we are talking about the museum here. We have this, all right? The Louvre. What do you think? Of course, it is located in Paris.
B.
Yes. It's number 2 is what is it?
B.
B. Okay, so in here it was used as a palace in the early 1700s. It's incorrect actually. So in the early 1700s, okay. Sorry, fortress. Okay. In the early 1700s, no. So it's like the end. Okay, is the end of 1600s, right? Not 1700s. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Okay, all of these are places of interest in Paris, except A, B, C, D, everyone? Anyone? So we have the Louvre, of course.
Maybe
A, except sometimes A. Okay, so the first one, so the first one, let's say Louvre is correct. Places of interest itu tempat wisata, ya, tempat wisata. And then number 2, let's see in the public park. Standing to the west of this, the public park Jardins des Tuileries. Jadi Jardins des Tuileries ini kan berarti berada di dalamnya Louvre kan ya. Jadi mereka ini kayak dari satu kawasan, berarti betul ya. Nomor 3 betul. Lalu kita lihat Luxor, the Luxor Obelix ya. Paris most in the center of which stands the Luxor Obelix. Nah, Paris most spacious square. Jadi alun-alun sebenarnya, alun-alun yang paling luas namanya Luxor Obelix. Ini juga di Paris ya. Nah, berarti yang salah adalah yang the place adalah Concorde ya. Yang D ya. The most thoroughfare of Paris is Champs-Élysées ya. Jadi yang D. Karena apa? Yang di Paris ini adalah yang Champs-Élysées-nya, bukan yang Place de la Concorde ya. Jadi jawabannya yang D ya. Jadi kecuali yang D, number 3 is D.
Yes.
Right, so number 3 is D. All right, now let's see with number 4. Okay, which of the following is not mentioned as a reason why people come to Paris? Okay, jadi yang mana nih? Yang tidak disebutkan alasan orang datang ke Paris. Okay, of course, this is the last one.
Good. B.
B, delicious food. Okay, so let's see on the last paragraph. Okay, Paris beauty attracts many tourists each year. People from around the world flock to the city. Mereka berdatangan ya, berdatangan. Impressive arrays of monuments and museums. Jadi banyak sekali ya yang sangat impresif monument and museum. While savoring its cuisine, ya ini kulinernya, and relaxing in its sidewalk cafes and nightclubs. Oke, jadi mereka tuh datang karena monument and museum, lalu ada kuliner yang enak, mereka bisa relax bersantai di pinggir kafe dan bar ya malam. Jadi yang bukan it's fashionable people. Oke, jadi bukan yang di karena yang disebutkan tuh hanyalah makanan ya, museum dan juga tempat hiburannya ya kayak kafe and then bar. Okay, something like that. Okay, so what do you think everyone? Any questions? Any questions before I need to post? All right, so everyone, now let's move on to review 2. Okay, so on review 2 is about alchemy. Okay, alchemy is an early form of investigation. So now let's see, okay, let's do review too as usual. Let's read. Okay, let's read the questions and then I will give you time to answer it on the chat as usual. Okay, answer it on the chat. Okay, so let's start with number 1. Which of the following is not true about alchemy? Okay, remember. So if it is still talking about alchemy, you need to focus on the first paragraph. Okay, so everyone, I will let you answer number 1. Okay, so which one is not true about alchemy? You can answer it in the chat. Hmm. Okay, so number 1, who's ready to answer? You can answer it on the chat. Okay, C. Okay, thank you, Rizal. C. Okay, Brian C. Any other? So we still have 2 students here. Okay. Fajar, okay, thank you, Alvin. Right. Any others? Okay, thank you, Alia. Others wants to try? All right, let's see. Okay, so it's not true about alchemy, it's that it's C. Okay, very good. So it explain of traditional know-how, the mystery. Okay, the nature, it's true. And then it was changed metals into precious one. Okay, so you can see the metals here, chemical substances. Okay, kimia. Yeah, very good. Number 1 is D. Okay, sorry, C. Its practitioners succeeded in finding a way to prolong life. Prolong life itu memperpanjang umur. Ya, number 1 is C. Okay, so now let's see number 2, everyone. The word day. So we go back to unit 15, right? We go back to unit 15. Reference. The word day in line 6 revert to this one. They relied on experimentation, traditional know-how, rules of thumb, and speculative thought in their attempts to uncover the mysteries of the physical universe. Okay, B. Okay, there. All right, very good. Of course, they relied here, reverse to who did this? Of course, the alchemists. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, good job, everyone. Okay, number 3, which of the following is not mentioned as a way that alchemists used to investigate nature? Okay, so how? Okay, how did they do it? Okay, how did they do it? Okay. See, 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 uh-huh. Wait, with number 3, okay. Just investigate nature. Any others? Okay, yeah. All right, good. So in here, okay, so it's actually the answers is D. Okay, so by applying proven theories is not mentioned. Why? Because the alchemists here, okay, alchemy was in many ways different of modern chemistry, but they sometimes, okay, search for the life like this. However, enjoyed practice and support other through the centuries. So it means that their contributions and their inventions sometimes like making experiments, okay, using many experiments, but sometimes they kind of experiments things that are not proven yet. Oke, jadi mereka tuh biasanya kalau mau bikin sesuatu yang baru itu mereka ya nyampur-nyampur aja. Entah itu I do not know if it's going to be dangerous for them or not, but they kind of experiment things. And at that time, they're not they haven't applied the proven theories because they just keep trying and trying. Okay, so number 3 is D. Okay, by applying proven theories. Sorry. Okay, now let's go to number 4. Okay, where in the passage does the author mention the places in which alchemy was practiced? Okay, jadi di mana sih baris keberapa disebutkan 4 prakteknya para alkemis ini, tempat-tempatnya? Okay. Ini ya. B is 2 until 5. Okay. Any other? Only that? Okay, good. So, very good. It was practiced in. So, the location where Mesopotamia, Persian, something like that. Good. Number 2 is B. Okay. Number 5, which of the following is not the goal of alchemist? Okay, jadi yang mana bukan tujuan dari mereka ini, ya? Okay, for the philosopher's stone. Okay. Brian is A. B. Alter is the synonym of change, ya, merubah. Ya. The other, only Brian and Fajar. Aulia, okay. Dwiki, Rizal, Reza, Habibi, Sulaiman, Maulana, okay, you can try, Bagas. B, okay, B, sometimes A, sometimes B. Okay, so it's not the goal of the alchemist, it's actually this, okay? This one, yeah. The first one is they like to transform metals into gold or silver, okay? And then next, yeah, philosopher's stone, on the search of the philosopher's stone. And then last one is they find a cure, yeah, panacea, this one. They found a cure to cure our sickness, like that. So it's not the goal, the one is not the goal, is A, okay, to establish schools of alchemy, okay? Okay, so what do you think? Number 6, everyone. Why did alchemists try to transmute common metals into gold? Jadi kenapa sih mereka itu ingin mengubah metal ya into gold? Kenapa? So what do you think? According to the passage. Okay. All right. Thank you, Rizal. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. All right. Very good. The answer is A, because alchemists think that everything could be made perfect. Okay. So they think gold is the symbol of perfection. So they need to kind of change that into gold. Okay. Now let's see number 7. Which of the following is not mentioned as the reason for alchemists to look for the philosopher's stones? Okay, so according to this text, philosopher's stone is like the ultimate stone. Okay, the ultimate stone to make everything perfect. Okay, to perfect everything, to make everything perfect. So what do you think, everyone? So this one, like that was to be an essential ingredient for either or both of those goals. Okay. Make perfect, and then what else? To go silver and make a remedy. So of course, because they want to make a panacea or like a remedy or a medicine. So of course, number D, okay, and A are correct. So until B and C, so it's only belongs to B or C now. Okay. See. Okay. So, do you know what are their goals actually from their reading? This one, right? The best known goals of alchemists were the transmutation of common metals into gold or silver and the creation of a panacea, right? Jadi kan tujuan utama mereka itu sebenarnya, ya. Membuat semua metal menjadi gold atau silver, emas atau perak, kalau membuat sebuah panacea atau sebuah obat yang bisa menyembuhkan semua penyakit dan juga memperpanjang umur, ya. Jadi jawabannya yang salah adalah yang B, the B part, ya. The C is correct. It could help them achieve their goals because their goals are only to that one, the one that was mentioned. Next, number 8, all of the following were the results of alchemist work except, you can find it here. Okay, metal ink, dice, paints, cosmetic, tatting, premix. Okay, so which one? Not mentioned. Okay. Okay. Any other? C, A, okay. C, okay. C, okay. So it's actually C, okay, C, ya. Jadi yang bukan merupakan hasil dari kerja alkemis adalah yang C, gunpowder, you can see it here, ya. Gunpowder, and then ink, ya, tinta, bubuk mesiu, and ceramics, ya, ceramics. Keramik ada di sini ya. Di sini ada leather, but this one called leather tanning. Not only leather, kalau leather saja kan artinya kulit ya, kulit. Kalau leather tanning itu kayak ilmu yang mencoklatkan kulitnya. Jadi kan kalau kita beli kulit asli itu kan kayak belum coklat. Nah ini leather tanning itu proses jadi coklat. Ya. Okay, number 9. Why did the alchemists have the support of the public? Jadi kenapa sih mereka disupport oleh orang-orang? Ya, kenapa? Why do you think they get lots of support? Okay. Any other? Only Rizal? Okay. So the correct one is B. Okay, they have made or they made many useful inventions. You can see it from gunpowder, ink, and etc. Okay, yeah, from gunpowder, ink, etc. You can see because of this inventions, people keep supporting them. Okay, people keep supporting them. Now, last one. Which of the following is not true about the aims and methods of alchemy? Okay, jadi is it questionable, faulty, realistic, or shaky? Shaky itu masih belum pasti ya. Jadi belum ada teori yang pasti. Jadi yang mana? Oke, arguable and open erroneous ya. Jadi terkadang itu tekniknya mereka itu dapat diperdebatkan ya. Erroneous itu kadang-kadang nggak pasti ya. It's not certain. So it's actually realistic ya. Karena apa? Para alchemy ini mereka kan seperti yang tadi saya bilang ya, that what I said before. Ya sama saja that their goals and methods sometimes are still shaky, yeah, and still they keep doing experiment without any true theory there. Okay, so number 10 is realistic. Okay, number 10 is C. Okay, everyone. Right. So now we are going to start with guessing word meaning. Guessing word meaning means it can be the synonym, okay? The closest meaning here, finding clues from context, okay? So from the previous, can be from the previous or the following sentences, okay? So how to guess it? Perhaps some of you or some of the words here, you may not understand it. What does it mean, okay? Try to understand it by reading the sentences, okay? By reading the sentences or the words before or after, okay? So now let's try, okay? So let's try with this one, okay? So the bold word, okay? The bold word here is going to be the question, okay? So which of the following is closest in meaning to the word collaborators in line 2? The viscous process between Charles worked together with his collaborators, Edward John Bevan and Clayton Dadle. Okay, so we have lecturers, partners, students, and subordinates. So what do you think collaborators in line 2 has the closest meaning in? Closest meaning itu artinya synonym ya. What do you think, everyone? Collaborators. A. Yes, it's A. Karena ada, oh sorry, someone said A, lecturers? Lecturers. Okay. What do you think? Work together. Bersama ini. So you can see it down here actually. So the clue is work together, the one with the italic. Work together artinya bekerja sama ya. Collaborator. So the correct one is B. Ya, bekerja bersama menjadi partner, berkolaborasi ya. Jadi jawabannya yang B, partners. Lecturers, no. Lecturers itu artinya dosen ya. So it's not your collaborator. Number the C1 is students, ya students itu bukannya karena lebih di bawahnya. Subordinates it's also incorrect. Subordinates itu artinya juga bawahan, ya. Jadi kurang tempat, ya. It's not true if you choose A, C, or D because the position there is either higher or lower. We need to see with the work together part. Jadi side by side. Jadi sini kan posisinya sama, ya. Collaborators, okay? Bersama. Number 1 is B. Sorry. Number 2. The word dissolved in line 8 can best be replaced by, yeah. Sometimes the question is like this, can best be replaced or has the closest meaning or reference. It refers to what word, okay? So what do you think? Dissolve, yeah. So this is the clue. Next, it is dissolved in sodium hydroxide to form a thick liquid called viscose. Okay, jadi untuk membentuk cairan yang tebal, ya cairannya itu lebih kental, lebih padat, ya itu kira-kira gimana? Kalau kita lihat kental, ground itu di ground itu kayak di ini ya di grind ya ditumbuk halus ya beaten itu diaduk melt itu dilelehkan broken itu dihancurkan kira-kira yang mana jadi bikin cairan yang lebih kental itu biasanya diapakan cairan ya biasanya diapakan digerus ya ground grind itu digerus diaduk di melt dicairkan atau dihancurkan. So the answer is C. Okay, to become another thick liquid, and a liquid become another thick liquid is C. Ya, jadi mulai dari cairan, ya kalau kita mau bikin lebih kental lagi ya dicairkan. Ya. Number 9, the third one, the word tiny. Okay, final viscose is forced through tiny openings in a spinneret. into an acid solution, which congeals in the form of fine strands, the rayon yarn. Sorry. So tiny has the closest meaning to tiny. Kata kuncinya ada di sini, in the form of fine strands. Jadi bentuknya itu seperti rambut yang sangat tipis. Ya, kalau rambutnya sangat tipis berarti bentuknya kayak gimana? Is it good, hard, round, or small? What do you think, everyone?
Small.
It's small, okay? So tiny means small or very small, very small. So even though some of you do not know what their meanings, but you can see for the context clues, okay? Either from before or after, okay? So do not worry. You just need to find the word or phrase. So for example, on line 9, on line 10, 11, something like that. So you just need to focus on that line, okay? On that line, okay? So now let's see. Let's move on to this one, okay? Let's see number 1, okay? Which of the following is closest in meaning to the word alternates in line 2, okay? Alternates between extreme mania and depression, okay? Which a person's mood alternates between extreme mania and depression. I want you to see the clue on the next word after alternates, between extreme mania and depression. Okay, jadi dia tuh extreme mania itu kayak mania, kayak hyper, terus dia ganti jadi depresi. Ya, kira-kira arti alternates itu sinonimnya apa? Switches, experiences, suggests, or divides.
A. Switches.
Switches, okay. Number 1 is A, switches. Kenapa? Karena dia itu berganti ya. Sifatnya itu berganti dari yang A, between. Jadi kalau ada between tuh antara itu berarti ada dua hal yang berganti. Jadi A ke B, from A to B. Okay. Number 1 is A. Okay. How about number 2? Okay. The word undergo in line 8 is closest in meaning to, okay, undergo. Okay. On average, people with untreated bipolar disorder undergo 4 episodes of mania or depression over any 10-year period. So now let's see the next clue, okay? The next sentence. Undergo 4 episodes of mania or depression over any 10-year period. Jadi mereka itu sampai bisa ganti-ganti ya moodnya dari sampai 4 episode dari mania ke depresi, selama 10 tahun periode ya. Jadi kira-kira yang mana? Go through, come in itu masuk ya, keep up itu mengikuti, hold on itu menahan, go through itu mengalami. What do you think, everyone?
A. Go through.
Number 2 is go through. Oke, jadi go through itu artinya dia mengalami ya, mengalami 4 episode itu. Number 2 is come in itu masuk, keep up itu mempertahankan ya, mengikuti, mempertahankan. Hold on itu bertahan. But as you can see, go through itu kayak dia mengalami 4 episode, jadi terus berganti-ganti ya. Oke. Let's see with number 4. Number 3. The phrase indifferent to in line 11 can best be replaced by. Okay, number 3. Okay, let's see number 3, line 11. Okay. People in the depressive phase of bipolar disorder feel intensely sad or profoundly indifferent to work and activities that once brought them pleasure. Oke, jadi kita lihat yang ini ya setelahnya. Let's see the next sentence. To work and activities that once brought them pleasure. Jadi kerja, ya dunia kerja dan aktivitas yang dulunya membawa kesenangan bagi mereka. Tapi ketika orang punya bipolar itu mereka sangat sedih ya kan, karena depresi itu sangat sedih dan nggak semangat ya. Indifferent artinya kira-kira apa?
Unconcerned.
B, very good. Unconcerned about. Unconcerned maksudnya dia sudah tidak peduli lagi ya, karena mereka they experience the depressive state, so they decide not to think about the work and the work and also the activities. Jadi mereka tidak semangat melakukan apapun, ya. Next, number 4, the word energize in line 16 is closest in meaning to. Okay. While in the manic phase of bipolar disorder, people feel extremely happy, okay, in this highly energized state. Now, because this is the first sentence, you can see it before. Okay, people feel extremely happy. They sleep less, have racing thoughts itu pikirannya lagi mikir yang banyak ya. And talk in rapid fire speech. Okay, rapid fire itu ngomongnya cepat ya. They have inflated self-esteem and confidence and may even have delusions of grandeur. Sometimes when people have this kind of phase, they have this overconfidence, okay, and may even have delusions, okay. So energized means extremely happy.
Excited.
Very excited, okay. So extremely happy, the synonym is excited, okay. Sometimes people with bipolar, they sometimes feel very depressed, very sad. So on the bottom of the ground, or sometimes they feel very energetic, okay. They feel very energetic about themselves, okay. All right. So now, everyone, I will stop share. Okay, so now let's see here. Okay. All right, let's start with number 1. The word in the following in line 3 is closest in meaning to. Can I have Brian? Can you try answer it?
Surveying.
Surveying, are you sure?
About surveying and checking.
It can be surveying or checking.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
let's
think.
see. Okay, let's see. Okay, on line 3. Okay, the name Death Valley was given by one of the survivors as a party endeavoring in 1849 to find a shortcut to the California gold fields. Okay, the clue is to find a shortcut. Okay, jadi pada tahun 1849, 1849, this person tried to find a shortcut. Jadi,
Yes.
endeavoring is actually trying. Okay,
Trying.
menemukan jalan pintas, ya. Jadi sebenarnya jawabannya adalah trying, karena pada saat itu dia sedang mencoba mencari jalan pintas, ya. Endeavoring itu seperti menjelajah, gitu ya. Jadi jawabannya yang A, trying.
Ya. Agak tricky di mencari jalan pintasnya saya.
At first I also like surveying, but then I go back to 1849, ya. Karena pada tahun segini kan masih awal ya. Biasanya kalau kita diberi tahun, sometimes when we got the information about the year on the beginning of the paragraph, it's actually like the first time. Okay, so of course if you have it as the first time, jadi so it's like it's not that modern, it's not that easy, right? Jadi kan kalau misalnya awal-awal kan orang-orang masih susah ya biasanya kayak gitu. Jadi belum ada survei, belum ada cek-cek ya, mungkin masih kayak tanah tandus gitu ya mungkin pada saat itu. So there is still trying to find a shortcut. Okay? Okay. So number 1 is A. Thank you. So number 2, can I have Alvinda? The word enclosed in line 6 can best be replaced by Alvinda. Almost entirely enclosed by mountain ranges. Mountain ranges itu pegunungan ya, deretan pegunungan. Alvinda? Can you try? Or Alvin Tamado? Enclosed.
Encircled.
And?
Encircled.
Encircled, very good. So mountain ranges, ya. Okay, spreads from. Jadi mountain ranges itu kayak entirely kayak dikelilingi, ya. Jadi enclosed itu artinya dikelilingi. Jadi tutupinya mengelilingi gini ya kayak. So it's like a circling. Jadi dari kata circle, ya, circling around. Very good. Number 2 is B. Kalau covered itu kan menutupi. Jadi kalau Bedanya apa antara covered dengan encircled? Kalau encircled itu dia kayak misal, so for example like this, so I have this kind of circle, so dia itu ditutupinya kayak langsung gini ya. Jadi dalam bentuk bulat sempurna ya. 100%. But then if it is covered ya, covered itu biasanya hanya sometimes it's only covering the top ya, misalnya hanya ditutupi yang bagian atas atau bagian bawah ya, seperti itu. That's the difference. Okay, enclosed itu maksudnya tertutup secara sempurna ya, encircle. Okay, number 2 is B. Thank you, Alvin. Number 3, can I have Aulia? Number 3, can you try? Which of the following can best be used to replace the word searing in line 13?
D, burning.
Burning, okay, very good. Because this one, okay, the ground temperature reaches a searing 93.8 degrees Celsius, okay, jadi yang temperaturnya itu bisa dilihat sangat tinggi, hampir maksimum ya, temperatur maksimal dari Celsius. Berarti kan burning atau sangat-sangat panas ya. Very good. Next, number 4, can I have Reza? The word arid in line 16 is closest in meaning to?
Dry.
Dry, okay, very good. Because this is the clue for you. The average rainfall in a normal year in that valley is 50 millimeters. Okay, jadi curah hujan ya, curah hujan di normalnya ya, curah hujan di tahun-tahun normal di Death Valley itu cuma 50 mm. Nah, kalau cuma sedikit seperti itu berarti kan dia merupakan ya daerah yang paling kering ya, yang paling kering ya. Jadi bukan hangat ya. Kalau hangat itu kan masih it's like the bit in between if it is warm. So it's like still cold and also hot, but if it is dry it's very very hot and also like dry. Okay. Next, and deng is the same like damp, ya lembab, ya deng itu dia lembab atau basah. Wasted, ya if it is wasted, it's also mostly the same. So wasted itu kayak terbuang, gitu ya. Okay, thank you, Reza. Next, can I have number 1 for exercise 3? For number 1, can I have Bagas?
Yes, Miss.
Which one? The closest meaning of evocatively. Evocatively describe the regions both in charming sketches and in powerful words. This book, Siam, Cambodia, and Laos. So which one? Bagus. Kata kuncinya ada di judul bukunya sebenarnya. His title, Travels in Siam, Cambodia, and Laos.
Movingly.
Very good. Okay, movingly. Okay, so he moves from one country to another.
Another country.
Okay, good. So that's the that's the clue for you, both in charming sketches and in powerful words. So movingly there, okay, it can mean two things. Okay, he moves from one country to another, or it can mean as like this. Menggugah ya, movingly kan bisa menggugah hati seorang orang-orang karena sketchesnya coretannya itu sangat menarik dan juga powerful words, kata-katanya sangat menggugah dan kuat ya. Next, number 2, can I have Rizal Fatur? Number 2, the word undertake in line 7 is closest in meaning to?
A, conduct.
Okay, good. Conduct, because of this, undertake, okay, line 7, you can see a botanical expedition, okay, ekspedisi botani ya, atau tanaman. Jadi dia itu melakukan ekspedisi tersebut ya, melakukan atau menjalankan, conductor itu ya. Next, can I have the Muhammad Rizal for number 3?
Number 3, C.
Precise. Okay, very good. The word accurate. Okay, so when he describes about Angkor Wat, okay, from line 13, okay, accurate and detailed. Okay, jadi kata kuncinya dari kata detailed itu ya. Jadi detailed dan sangat tepat ya. tentang itu semua. Very good, accurate or precise. Number 3 is C. Number 4, can I have Sulaiman? Number 4, the word striking in line 18 is closest in meaning to. Sulaiman? Okay, about Fajar? Number 4, Fajar?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Striking in line 18 is close. Is meaning to. Number 4 is D. Impressive.
Very good. It's impressive. Okay. So this one, the most striking of all temples, there was what? Shangtong, with its eaves swooping to the ground. Jadi yang paling menakjubkan, ya. Jadi of all temples. Jadi di kita ini bisa lihat dia tuh memberikan deskripsi itu delightful, besar, bagus. Tapi ternyata di sini kita bisa lihat di akhir dia bisa ada yang paling impressive, menakjubkan, ya, with its eaves swooping to the ground, ya. Jadi eaves, ya, di sini artinya adalah bagian atapnya, ya, the roof. Oke, bagian atapnya itu bahkan mungkin saking impressive, so they can go down to the ground. Okay, go down to the ground. Okay, I think that's about it. Right. So, okay, for a while.